because it's a different conversation now because he slapped the shit out of him. So now, like, baby, thank you. It's about time you did some shit like that.
Jada should have been telling the driver, roll up the partition, please. She should have been on her knees, okay? On the way home, okay? On the way to the party, okay? Okay? She probably put the jewels on that head last night. What's up? What's up? Welcome to Kiki with Candy and B, where we come to Kiki about recent trending topics, and hopefully you'll take away some gems throughout. We had to come through with an emergency show for y'all because the shit hit the fan last night at the 94th Academy Awards show, and we had to get on here with a quick little Kiki. So Candy, please explain to the folks what happened.
Well, if you didn't watch the Oscars last night, 2022, Will Smith won Best Actor. I don't know if you saw the movie King Richard. Did you see that movie?
Oh, so good.
It's a really good movie. Will Smith did a phenomenal job in that movie. Really, really great movie. But all of that doesn't even matter because last night, Chris Rock got up on stage, cracking his little cracking his little jokes, ha ha ha, everybody laughing in the crowd, audience having a good old time. He gets up there, says to Jada, I love you, but see you on G.I. Jane too, ha 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 ha, right? And Will Smith was like, ah ha ah. Jada was like, what? And Will Smith got up, walked to the stage. Chris Rock standing there like, still joking.
Well, Chris kind of seemed like he was putting his head out there. Like
he did. He was like, he did do that. He did. He was like, I'm ready.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Then you won't.
Will Smith reaches back all the way back to 1969, it feels like, and slaps the shit out of Chris Rock, and then walks back off the stage, sits down, and says, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. Repeated it. Chris Rock's standing there like, it was just a G.I. Jane joke. Will Smith is like, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. And he meant that.
Yep. And then Chris says, okay, I will.
Good. We're on the same page then. Yeah. We have an understanding. Way to go. Thank you.
Right.
That's what I want.
Right. Said that with his chest, okay?
With his chest. He meant it. Lupita. Wait. Okay. So wait, before we go there, because there's so much to say, tell me what your initial reaction was, B. Tell me your initial reaction.
My initial reaction, I was Lupita in front of my TV, but I was more like, because I was like, what's he gonna do? What's like, as he was walking up, I was like, okay, Will Smith is walking up on Chris Rock. If this had been any old normal person, the security would have came in, but it's Will Smith. So what's he gonna do? Fake punt, no, stop talking about my, like some
right.
like
typical Will Smith behavior, right?
Yeah. I was flabbergasted. My jaw was on the floor until this morning.
Yes.
I was still just shocked, flabbergasted. I could just, I at first I thought it was like, is this was that a skit?
Mm-hmm.
But then when I heard the audio go out and I read Will's lips, because I read what he said, I already knew.
Right. Everybody knew he was very clear with it. Very, very clear.
I knew what he said.
Right.
So I was like, this shit really just happened.
I think your reaction is the same as everyone else's reaction too, because my mouth dropped. And I didn't even know it had even happened because I was doing my own thing, not really paying attention to the Oscars. And when I saw what happened, my first thing I said was WTF. Okay. Will Smith, I love Will Smith. I love Will Smith. I am the biggest fan of Will Smith.
Same.
I couldn't believe.
Same.
I couldn't believe that he did this.
Same. And I really do not care for Chris Rock. I never have cared for Chris Rock. I do not care for his comedy. I think his jokes, he be going too far a lot of times. So I think that Chris Rock has been cooning and buffooning for the years, and the black celebrity population already probably knows about it and said,
slap away.
But I don't think he deserved to be slapped on America's television. Yo, and thank God this wasn't Chris Rock from like the 90s or the 2000s, because Chris Rock, that would have been either he would have retaliated and hit him back, or they would have been going back and forth from the stage and the seats, going back and forth. Chris Rock has a mouth. Have you ever like been in a situation where a guy has defended you like that, or you have defended your guy because they was, being disrespected?
Necessarily like a defense. My situations are never really like, girl, I got a story. And my situations are never really like defending my honor. I've been in situations where I had an ex that his transition from his previous relationship to me was blurred. Okay. He didn't do very well with this transition. And it was one night, me and him laying on the couch, watching movies or whatever. And this bitch comes walking in through the door, opened up the door like she lived there, walked in, and we sitting there like, what's happening right now? Right? Like, what's going on? And did I ever tell you about this?
No.
Girl, I never told you about this.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, walked in the door like she lived there and comes in, goes back to the bedroom, turns on the shower like she about to take a shower and get comfortable.
What?
Yes, and he's like, I'm confused. He's like, what are you doing here? And she's like, what you mean I live here? And I'm like, what is happening right now? What is happening? So then that incident happened, right? I go ahead, I'm like, I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here, right? And leave. And so he walks me down to the car, like maybe I should explain, and tells me about history with this girl. She doesn't live here. I was trying to, I moved her out. Everything's cool, whatever, right? So then another time, was it another time she showed up? I can't remember. Somebody, fast forward to this incident where me and him are getting up, getting ready for the day or something like that. It's a knock on the door. And he's like, oh, so-and-so said they were coming to get their bag. And, I have it. I'm going to just run down and give it to them. Well, I hear all this commotion outside. Fuck that bitch. Fuck this. Fuck that. I'm going to whoop this bitch's ass. And he's like, you need to get out of here. You need to get out of here. So I'm looking out the window and this bitch is climbing gates, running down parking lots, all this other kind of stuff. And she's like, my car is in this parking spot. She's like tearing mirrors off my car, fucking my car up.
Tell me about this. I didn't know that started like that.
Yeah, tearing mirrors off my car, acting up. And I'm like, okay, well, I need to go ahead and go. But as I'm walking down, she's like pops up from behind the car because she's like on the side of my car trying to hide. He's standing right there. So he grabs her, like lifts her up off the ground, bareheads her. She's like, I'm gonna whoop that bitch's ass. I'm gonna whoop that bitch's ass, like kicking her feet, like something from the movies, girl. Yeah. From the movies. And he's like dragging her out and all that kind of stuff. So I can go ahead and get in my car and leave. But that's the only time where a man is really like defended me, in a situation like that. But it's usually stuff kind of like that happens. That's my life. you know.
Yeah, mine hasn't been that crazy. It's only happened like, I think 2 times I can really remember. Once it was it was my homies. It was just me, and I mean, we were kind of dating, but not really. But he was just a really good friend. He was my really good friend, and my other homegirl was with me, and then one of his like cousins was with him, and we were walking to like a festival or something. They were carrying all this stuff. These guys in a car pull up, roll down the window, and yell at us, "Hey, y'all with them niggas?" And it set them off. They dropped their stuff.
You done did it
Yeah, you done did it now. They dropped their stuff and they was going off, yelling at that car. Yeah, they with us. You don't see like they got it. That was one time, but I was just like, these guys crazy. And then it was another time at Popeyes on Hollywood. And I was like, what the hell? And I was with this guy, and I know some guy was just trying to talk to me at Popeyes. I told him no.
That's like some disrespectful stuff. Like, you see, I'm standing here with somebody.
You see, I'm standing
why
here.
Why are you in my face?
It's very rude.
Like, why are you in my face?
It's ultimate, like trying a dude. Like, I think that's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
So in that case, these guys feel tried, and that's when it has happened that way, but not like because something's happening to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just they felt
like somebody was talking shit about me or something, and he was like, "I'm going to punch you in the face. Don't be talking shit about my girl." Like, that's never happened to me. Was it right for Chris Rock to not hit Will Smith back?
That part, yes. On that stage, we did not need to see two accomplished Black men squabbling on the Academy Award stage. We did not need that. Nobody needed that. So do you think they should have let him give his speech after the way he handled himself prior?
I don't think they really had a choice. I mean, it was Best Actor, you know.
Yeah, they could have had Jada go accept it. I mean, do you think he should have been still like allowed to sit at the award show after assaulting Chris Rock on stage?
If it was Chris Rock that slapped Will Smith, it would have been
smoke in the city. It would have been smoke in the city.
The show would have been over.
Now imagine this: what if Will Smith had walked up and slapped Kevin Hart? Okay. Okay. First of all, Will Smith wouldn't have slapped no Kevin Hart. That would have never happened. And second of all, Kevin Hart's star is as big as Will Smith's star.
Fact.
So they would have been, that would happen on that watch.
Oh yeah, they would have stopped him.
They would have stopped.
But that's the thing, they didn't know, because Will Smith is such a jokester, right? He's such a kidder. They didn't know what you said. He would have went up there like, hey,
yeah. He's such a jokester. And I think that's how he would have played Kevin Hart. But Chris Rock got there's some history in that game. There's some other words that have been said.
There has to be, because I'm telling you, that's not the first time that Chris Rock has said something there. I'm saying something that's going on with Jada. I promise.
We might hear that on. We gonna have to put a pin in that, because we might hear that on that Red Table Talk.
Yeah.
There was something that it might. You're right. It might have been more than just him being a protector. That might have been additionally added on to whatever's going on at home. Because even Jaden Smith, their son, said, like, had tweeted, "Way to go," or that's how we know, like, just agreeing with his dad's actions.
Will Smith had perfect form too. I don't know if you ever slapped anybody, but this nigga had his feet like planted. Okay,
he's done enough movies.
Yes,
he had to slap somebody. Like, I mean, it was on point, like to the point where I thought, is this a stunt or is this a real?
Right. He
knew how to slap him so he didn't hurt him.
Yeah. He did not miss his target though, because sometimes you slap it might hit the neck, it might hit the chin, up here. He hit, like his face. Chris Rock was like,
But
Like,
Chris didn't even kudos to him. He didn't even do one of those. I know his cheek was hurting. I know his cheek was hurting. He didn't rub it off or nothing.
But he
His level of professionalism is A1. Chef's kiss to Chris Rock's level of professionalism in that moment. How?
He did say, but he was stunned because he was like, he was
stunned is the word. He said, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. He said, well, greatest night in American television history. And he didn't press charges.
I don't know what Will Smith is going through. I don't know what Jada's going through. Jada recently shaved her head. She said it was because of alopecia. I wonder if it's because of some actual health issue that she might be having. I think they got some bad news yesterday, and you don't know what people are going through, which is why Will Smith snapped like that. I think he got some bad news yesterday, and he snapped. That's why Chris Rock's not pressing no charges, because Chris Rock probably found out that some shit's going on. He took it too far. Jada Pinkett might really be sick. And he's like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. Because you don't know. We don't know what kind of speech he gave her on the way there. Like, baby, you look beautiful.
Well, come on.
Beautiful.
It's an award show.
Like, she's feeling like, she might be feeling insecure about her shaved head, going to the Oscar. You know what I mean? And he's like, baby, you look beautiful. You look great. I'm just happy you came here to support me. I'm so happy you're here with me. We're about to win this award. And then as soon as they sit down, he's like, and G.I. Jane too. I'm waiting on it. And then Will Smith was like, I just gave her a speech in the car.
I just built her up so tough. I did that, not you, Chris Rock.
Right.
And now this, and G.I. Jane literally chose to cut her hair. She shaved it.
Yeah.
Jada didn't have a choice. And Jada looked bomb. She looked so good.
She did.
Oh my God. She looked
really good. Her makeup was so on point. Everything. She looked.
That dress. She looked phenomenal. And then what? So we have this black man go up there to tear her down. Well, not on Will's watch.
Not on Will's watch.
Not on Will's
Jada either, because Jada was like,
look, on some, if you don't handle him, you know I'm handling you and him later.
Right.
Child, I need Chris Rock on that Red Table Talk. I need on that Red Table Talk, child.
You like, fuck. Sorry, you like forget what Will Smith is talking about. I want to know what Chris Rock was thinking.
I want to know what, because we heard, and thank God we got to hear Will Smith in his speech, in his thank you speech, when he won Best Actor, which was so awesome for King Richard.
Yeah.
He first of all he explained, thank God, because at some point I thought that people were going to call him nuts, like on some Kanye nuts. And Page Six had already, like 20 minutes after it happened, Page Six had already released a story saying that Will had an Oscar breakdown. And I'm like, really? I mean, this is before he even won the award. And I'm like, y'all already calling it an Oscar breakdown? And so then he goes up there to explain how God has called him to be a protector. How he won this Oscar portraying a man who is that protector. I also heard that Will Smith in his book has written about him feeling like he was a coward all his life because he didn't ever stand up to his dad while his dad was abusing his mom when he was a kid. And this was just poor timing. But shit, get off my wife's back. And I don't, clearly I don't condone violence, but I don't condone bullying either.
Yeah, that's not the first time. And
I guess Will already told him, keep her name out your mouth. For me, in that instance, I'm very vocal. I would have told Chris to shut the fuck up for my seat. I don't need to get up. I don't need to do any of that. You will hear me. You will know who it is because you know me. And I'm going to say it from here.
So your husband would have been like, babe. It would have been the other way around. Like, babe, calm down. Because you would have been like,
yeah, it would have been me. It would have been You're not about to talk about mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to win something. You can talk about me. You're not about to talk about my husband after I have to go home and hear, her cry about this, Will Smith. I have to go home and console her. We're trying to have a good night. Now I got to sit here and listen to crybaby Jada all night. Like I love her, but damn, we was trying to have a good night tonight.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like I feel like he just added, poured some ignition on that flame to their household. Now they have to go back and deal with it. And Chris Rock at home chilling.
Which is, but it's a different conversation now because he slapped the shit out of him. So now, like, baby, thank you. It's about time you did some shit like that.
Jada should have been telling the driver, roll up the partition, please. She should have been on her knees, okay? On the way home, okay? On the way to the party, okay?
Right. Oh, yes. Oh, God. Oh.
She was doing some change for a little piece of change last night.
Like, thank you, baby. Thank you. Anything else you need me to do out here for you? I got it. I got it.
Okay. She probably put the jewels on that head last night.
Yeah, because that's true. We don't know how many conversations they done had about him not defending her, because he said that during his speech too. We don't know how many conversations they had about him not defending her and speaking up for her and having her back. None of that shit.
Yeah.
And she gave him that side eye, like
she gave everybody that side eye.
Right.
Lupita didn't even want to look. She didn't know where to look.
Lupita was like,
yeah. That was me. I was Lupita, okay? And I wouldn't have known how to hold my reaction in front of the cameras right behind him. I would have been like,
and then here come Chris Rock with his stupid ass, corny ass, not even funny ass joke. Talking about G.I. Jane. When nobody even knows. How old is that movie, Chris Rock?
I was just about to say, and that's the oldest. Like, Delvon did not know. My husband did not know what that movie was. And I was like, good movie, old ass movie.
Right. Nobody knows. Nobody know. People are like, G.I. Jane.
We had to go back in the Rolodex to. That was a reach. That was such a far reach.
Right. You had that. Ain't nobody thinking G.I. Jane. So that means you had that shit scripted the entire time. I'm going to say this about Jada. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Oh, easy target. I don't know. I don't know the rest of these people. I'm not active enough in the industry.
Yeah. Like you on stage for
go back and pick on Jada.
You on stage for 30 seconds and then you go to, I love you, Jada. G.I. Jane too, like you not even on stage that long to even be trying to crack jokes about anybody. Like, just get up there and be like, hello, everyone.
The one joke was enough. The first joke he made.
And he could have said something about the pandemic. He could have said something about these gas prices. He could have said something about anything other than Jada. And he chose Jada to crack an old ass joke. And nobody even laughed. And that's why he got slapped.
No one laughed. And that's why he got slapped.
All right. So Kiki in the comments.
Let us know what you think.
About what you think about Will Smith slapping the shit out of Chris Rock. Let us know if you feel like Chris Rock deserved it, or if you think Will Smith was doing a little bit too much when he slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. Let us know. And follow us on Instagram. Gotta remember to add that, and like, comment, and subscribe for updates. And
that's it.
That's it. Bye, guys.
Oh, bye.